what drived Microsoft to create a product like this, and what are all the different modules within Viva by which we can leverage our day-to-day activity. Mostly this one, the Viva will be helpful for the leaders and the managers. That's the objective of it, even though it helps a lot for the employees as well. Okay, and the agenda today, what we are going to see is what has been changed for the last 2 years. And within a year, like even before 2020, there was no thought for even Microsoft, or no one might have ever thought we will be continuously working for 2 years, work from home, and people don't bother where you are, where you sit, and what you do. And this much of isolated environment, we never thought of it, right? Even for the last 16 to 17 years, I have been into this industry, and I never took work from home more than a day or two in a month, actually. Like even in the whole month, if you ask for 1 or 2 days work from home, the third day when you go back and planning to take it, it'll be a different it'll be a different look at you. So but the entire things has been changed for the last 20-25 months, right? So we will look into how it has been changed, and what fresh perspective, like what perspective we need to, as an employee, or as a manager, or as a top level leader, or a top management. How should I take it to ensure my productivity, or my team's productivity, or my organization's productivity? So that's what we will see. What are all the steps we can take it to take that one? Microsoft is facilitating, or Microsoft is coming up with a product called Viva. And that Viva, it contains four different modules in it. Each four is having its own purpose and its own problem statements to solve. Okay, so that's the agenda we are having, like today. For the next 40 to 50 minutes, we will be looking at this one, and I'll be able to show you a quick demo what how to establish a Viva connection, how to establish the how the insights, where to add it, how to configure it, all those things we can see it. So are we clear on the agenda that this is what we are going to see for the next 45 minutes? Okay, so the way we work has been changed. That's as I said, till 2020, or no one was expecting this is how we will be working from 2020, 2021, and probably touchwood from 2022. We expect not to continue the same way. We expect the routine life to come back, or many people will be still thinking that work from home is convenient, and that's a part. But as an organization, it should be like when we go back to office, then we feel our routine, right? That's what. And 2020 was a very, very, very challenging year. And the way we work permanently transformed by this pandemic, right? And many organizations have shifted to remote and hybrid work, like probably once in a week or twice in a week, people are started coming to organizations. And leaders are grappling with how to make this new world of work more sustainable for their people, their organization, and themselves. That's what I said. Like the leaders are thinking, are coming, needs to be in a position to come up with some new ideas to ensure that their organization, or their managers, or their employees are feeling engaged or feeling connected. So somehow we need to make sure that all the employees are connected, right? Otherwise, otherwise the project will not be delivered, and someone goes in a different direction. End of a week or end of a month, when we integrate all the pieces, then we will be end up with a complete mess. So those things should not, like that. That all these things are coming on the head of leaders, and they are realizing that what is needed to survive and thrive is a new culture of resilience that enables people and organizations to continuously adapt to what's next. So that's what we are going to see. This is the problem, exact problem statement which Microsoft Viva is providing us. And now what happened is, location matters less. Work is becoming more digital, and like everything moves faster. Technology empowers us to do more and pushes us harder. The pace of the business accelerates. So we don't mind where we work from, right, nowadays. And the many people in my team gets the offer from Noida and Pune, and we don't have any plan to open for the next at least 6 months, right? So many people from different parts of the country we are providing offer, and they're happily joining with us. So that's what, like, we nowadays all the organizations are becoming more digital and towards the digital. And human productivity is not solely measured by the efficiency. We need to empower human ingenuity by reimagining the employee experience. Probably earlier, or some 1 decade before, human productivity is solely measured by the efficiency of an individual. Like, if you work hard, then you will be succeeding. But nowadays it's been transferred. Like, even the employees also wants, apart from the salary, they have more concerns on the well-being and team cohesion. So all these things are coming into picture nowadays. Like, one of the videos, or one of the motivational speech you might have heard, kid, like, our grandparents were looking for the money, and our parents were looking for the better life, and we have now everything else, but what we think, we want the social standards and well-being on the place where we work. So well-being, team cohesion, and trust are linchpins of success and catalysts for creativity, innovation, and resilience. That's one thing. And this requires leaders to put people at the center of everything they do, right? So all these things are in perspective of an employee, or a manager, right? Basically, all these things are problem statements to which the leaders are trying to find the answer, and the answer is always people is should be kept at the center. The employee, if you give employee not only the salary, we should be giving the employee a proper a respect, or social standards, or well-being. All these things needs to be taken care nowadays. It's not similar to 15 years back what we started with. The challenge is being the challenge is to bring these capabilities together naturally in the flow of everyday work, join together in a way that empowers people and teams to be their best. That's the very big challenge which we have today. And the fresh perspective, how it should be a well-being, and it should be connected with, like, all the employees should feel that they are connected with each other, and they should be knowing, like, let me explain in detail, like, the focus, empowerment, growth, purpose, all these things needs to be considered to make, or to extract more productivity, or to feel, what would I call it, as to feel themselves responsible for what they do. Once the employee, or whoever is started feeling that when I am responsible for what I do, and I am a part of an organization, if I work, or if whatever I do, it's the betterment of the organization, if we feel like that, then obviously the organization will be on the growth rate, right? For that, let's explain in detail what is the well-being. Well-being is nothing but you feel safe and uniquely valued at work, and are treated equally and with dignity. That's what I said. It's like, people should be given with respect, not only the salary nowadays. And connection, even though you are treated well, you should be always need someone to, at least to share your gossips, right? At least without speaking with everyone from the day, from morning to evening, it'll be, you'll be feeling isolated, and over a period of time it will become you will be depressed. To come out of that, you belong as a trusted integral member of a diverse community. You have high quality relationships with your colleagues, characterized by the mutual respect. I would call it as rather like, all these things are apart, but actually, even to share something with whatever it has happened on your home, whatever has happened on your project, someone should be sharing. Like, without share to your colleague, no one cannot sustain or survive on the office, right? So that's one thing. And the focus, what success looks like and what to prioritize. When you are on track and regularly receive feedback, that helps you to improve. So we should be getting a feedback, not only giving a feedback. We should always get a feedback periodically, and so that feedback should always keep us focusing towards the success. And the fourth one, it's empowerment. Like, empowerment is nothing but you should be able to find the information easily, information, people, tools, and resources you need. You are empowered to make decisions about how to best direct your talent and effort. Probably this can be rephrased as, Responsibility empowerment is nothing but you should be able to get easily get whatever the information, people, tools, and resources, basically the resources you need to achieve the task given to you. And the growth, you get what you need to maximize your strengths, learn new skills, broaden your experience, and progress towards your goals. That's what the growth comes into. And the purpose, as I said, every employee should know their purpose. Basically, in some sort of captive units, like there are like different types of organizations, right? This purpose or the objective of an employee on a captive unit is much more aligned to their business rather than a service unit, because the service units, people will always have a confusion whether I should be aligned with the vision of my client or vision of my organization. So but in a captive unit, always it is there, it's very clear, you should be aligned with whatever your organization is doing. For example, if I work for as my like might be I didn't give a brief introduction about myself, but I work as a solution architect for a pharma company called AstraZeneca. So there, the purpose of AstraZeneca, it is not an IT company. We focus on patients. We deliver. We play to win. We deliver good products or good medicines to the patients, and we put patients first. So if I feel the purpose of my role, and I then obviously I will be aligned with that particular role. I'll be aligned with that particular objective of my organization. Then the productivity from myself or the thought process of mine will always revolve around a better product which will help the patients. Not I will not think the product as I will not think a website as it's a website, technical website. I'll think rather how it is going to help my patient, how it is going to help my scientist to make it better, to give a better product, or to save a life, even you can call it as. So that is how the thought process will change. So, and then employees want to feel more connected, obviously nowadays, as I said, more aligned to their company's purpose and mission. They want to grow, make an impact, and make a difference. These are all nowadays, all the employees wants to grow. They, no one will say that I don't want a growth. Always they are into the growth path, or and I want to make an impact and I want to make a difference. And leaders need a modern way to engage and develop their employees. Probably that's one of the biggest challenge nowadays. So even when we are going to office regularly, then our manager or our leader will be able to see your face by looking at the face value or by looking at the daily activity. They will come up with a plan for you. But now the setting up an one-to-one or skip level meetings once in a month or once in a week, it is not going to help much. So that's where the leaders need a modern way to engage and develop their employees. IT needs to be able to quickly enable this modern employee experience without having to replace their existing systems. So the existing systems, in the sense, what it has been referred, all these things, when SharePoint got introduced, SharePoint was meant for the better collaboration, better sharing, better team experience. All these things were explained, right? Similarly, when Viva is coming into picture, we cannot expect people to transform from the existing product to the new one, right? So it should sit on top of the existing products and help to improve the productivity. That's the purpose. And we'll go to the next one. This is how an employee looks like. I wanted to, like, for me the priorities are a proper communication, and I should get access to all the company resources. I should have insights, better insights of what I'm doing, and what's my analytics, nudges, all those things. And I should be having enough knowledge to do what I'm doing. And I should be a part of a few communities to share common minded or like minded people. And for me, my mental physical well-being is most important nowadays. And growth and development at all these things revolves, all these things should end up in my growth and in my development. So that is, these are all the factors an employee should are expecting from an organization. And at the same time, the organization or the leaders should also keep all these points to groom a particular employee, right? So with this provided, what is needed here to make all these things? To make all these things, we need an employee experience platform. An employee experience platform is a digital platform that puts people at the center. As I said, the people is going to be at the center, and bringing together systems of work with the systems of support into an integrated employee experience. It provides people with the resources and support they need to succeed, no matter their location. That's the very, very important point. And it helps employee identify ways to balance well-being and productivity, and to respond to changing needs over the time. And how it, like as I said, it is going to be always an organization. It's been comprised of three different layers, right? One is an employee, one is a manager, one is a leader is nothing but our top management, I would call it as managers, or the middle level managers, and employees are the actual engineers who do their day-to-day work. For the employee, what is the benefit which this employee experience platform is bringing? Like to identify ways to balance well-being and productivity, and to respond to changing needs over the time. And for the managers, this develop managers develop their teams and respond to employee needs, while fostering decisions that improve team performance, work life harmony, and well-being. Obviously, manager is responsible for all the employees well-being and the work life balance, all these things, right? And the business leaders drive better outcomes with the tools to help them understand and guide how work happens. Obviously, a better insights or better analytics has been given to the business leader. So, but at the same time, the beauty of Viva is, for the manager or for the business leader, it is not giving your direct, like whatever it GDPR compliance or your privacy, it is not exposed even to your manager. All what has been exposed to your manager is a consolidated analytics by means of some sort of AI algorithms. All the data has been consolidated. None of the data will be provided for a particular individual. So considering all this privacy, if you ask me, like a manager who is having only one resource, definitely that is a different case. Obviously, that whatever the insights which the manager gets as a report. Sorry. Okay. So I got distracted somehow. I was thinking that someone has started asking a question. Okay, so let's continue with this one. So all these things are so Microsoft Viva is the product which is going to help three different layers of the people. One is an employee, one as a manager, and one as a leader. How it is helping, all these things we have seen. And what is this product is all about? Viva is an organizing layer for employee experiences that puts people at the center, uniting them to share knowledge, skills, and connection in the natural flow of the workday. It delivers personalized and actionable insights when and where they needed in Teams, SharePoint, and other Microsoft 365 services. So it is nothing but it is a product which will give most of the insights, and which will facilitate your connections. It will facilitate your learning. It will facilitate your information, or access to the information, or access to the data, or access to the knowledge base. So this is what is required. So with these things, like what makes Viva unique? It is an organizing layer for employee experiences, powered by the full breadth and depth of Microsoft 365, and is experienced primarily through Microsoft Teams. That's what I said. Microsoft Teams is the primary product in under which these Viva modules can be added as a application. Give me a minute. I will quickly show you how it has been. Yeah. This is where, if you have a look on this one, you have the learning, insights, connections. Similarly, the topics can be, what you can do is you can add an app, launch your Teams, go to the three dots, add an app. And if you couldn't find this apps on your Teams, like on your tenant, don't worry, we will be able to, I will show you how to add that one, how to make it happen. Okay. And now let's come back to this one. So it puts people at the center, uniting them and sharing the skills and sharing the knowledge, skills, connections in the natural flow of the workday. All these things we had seen. It delivers personalized and actionable insights. What does it mean? The first one, which I was explaining, is about the connections. The second point, it is nothing but the personalized and actionable insights. It's nothing but whatever the insight or whatever the analytics which the Viva gives to you, it is not going to be the same for the Viva gives to your manager. Basically, the Viva gives to you with a proper or the exact information around you, and for your manager, it will be a consolidated report or consolidated analytics for like whoever is reporting to him. Okay, that's where it is called as a personalized. And actionable is nothing but it will tell you exactly if you didn't respond back a mail, or if you didn't give back a detail or something like that. It will always on the dashboard, on the insights dashboard, it's popping out stating that you didn't give the RSP, you received an invite, you didn't respond back, like that it is showing. And really it helps us to be prompt in our organization. That's one thing. That's the one of the important thing which I felt personally. And it offers privacy and security. As I said, you can trust. Don't worry, you all, like, none of your manager will get the exact details of what you're doing within your teams, or how many hours you are discussing, or how many, whatever the things we are chatting it within the teams. It all depends upon your organization policy, but Viva doesn't do that one. Okay, for example, your personal insights are visible only to you, while insights for the managers and leaders use aggregated and de-identified data with the privacy protected steps every step on the way. Okay, it provides an open and extensible platform and a strong and growing ecosystem of partners, so it works seamlessly with your existing systems and tools, like the systems for HR, CRM, and learning management. So all these things, like as I said, we cannot ask an organization to leave or to move from the existing application. You come to Viva, so Viva should sit on top of all the existing applications, and they should be, that is how it should be designed, and that is how it is designed. Okay, that's how it is. And some other points regarding the Viva is easily connect with others and information around you. You will be stay informed, engaged, accelerate your learning of new skills, balance your time at work, giving you more time to focus and recharge. Basically, one other important feature in the Viva Insight is the focus time. The setting up the focus time. Probably, I don't know how many of you have tried that one. Try. I will show you, like in another 10 minutes. I'll be able to show you that one. So that is one of the cool feature. It will block your calendar, and it will give you, like, it'll automatically go to your focus. There is another status similar to your do not disturb. It'll be on the focus time. During that time, you should use that for your learning or some other purpose, right, apart from your normal working hours. And feel invested in career growth and well-being. All the above can boost and retention, like and now with this, hope we are clear about what is the purpose of Viva and why all these things are coming into picture, right? So provided that one, let's move on to the different modules Viva is giving. So for the last around 20 minutes, we discussed on a generic way how an organization, what is an expectation of an employee, what is an expectation of a manager, how the organizations turned from 2020, what is the benefits or disadvantages of remote working, how to make it more productive. All these things we have seen. Now the exact content is, there are four different modules of Viva which I said. First one is Viva Connections. Second one is Viva Insight, Topics and Learning. It is nothing but every module is having its own purpose. At a very high level, I'll tell you what is the purpose, and then we will look into, we will deep dive into each and every module. Viva Connection is nothing but a portal, or you can consider that as a portal in which, as soon as I log in, I should be able to see all my announcements, or the news, or my what my colleagues are working on. So always it is nothing but brought broadcasting some information to the employee, so that the employee will feel that he is connected with all his team members. Basically, it can be like, even before, it can be done using your teams, or it can be, you can create a team, or you can create a group, what, however it is. But this connection, it's some sort of AI enabled algorithm. It grabs all the announcements, it grabs all the news related news articles, or it grabs all the, even the chat history of your colleagues, and all these things can be displayed in a single portal or single page. That's, and that page also renders within the Microsoft Teams itself. Okay, that's the Viva that's all about the Viva connections at the high level. Now the Viva Insight, as I said, it gives a lot of metrics, or it gives a lot of analytics for you as well as your manager. For you, what is the purpose? You, like, based upon, by looking at that analytics, you will respond back any action items, or you can find a focus time, or you can prepare the mental well-being, or prepare, allocate some time for your learning new things, all these things. That's the purpose of Viva Insight. And for the manager, it will be a consolidated or de-identified metrics. By looking at this, he can plan how to make productive, how to make his team more productive, like that. And the topics, it's one of the interesting thing, but the topics, it is not yet released for any of the dev or the school tenants. It's only available for the commercial tenants till now. And the purpose of the topic, even like, I haven't explored that one, but the the purpose of the topic is to create an internal Wikipedia. That's what objective is. So all your team members can be nominated as a reader, and few of them can be nominated as an author, moderator. All the setup will be there, and the authors can create a lot of contents, and the moderators can curate that one and approve that one. Once the moderator approves, it will be available for all your readers. So that is how it works, and it is a central or the internal Wikipedia kind of stuff. And learning, the fourth module is learning. Learning is nothing but, always every organization will have its own learning platform, but it is nowhere integrated with your day-to-day activity. Even many of the organizations follow Degree, Saba Cloud, or LinkedIn Learning. All these things are there, but we will get intimated only at the, like, 2 days prior to the course, assigned course is going to expire, or you are going to miss the deadline. What we will do is, we will go in a hurry and then open the Saba Cloud and complete the course, or open the Degree, complete the course, and come back. It's not an integral part of your day-to-day life, right? As I said, insights, through the insights, you will be able to find every day, this 9 to 11, I'm feeling a bit free, I don't have any calls between during morning 9 to 11. My peak hour starts around from 11 to 8. That's how it works. Then 9 to 11, I can dedicate for the learning. And within the teams itself, Teams or Outlook is the primary tool which we are using on our day-to-day life, right? So within the team itself, if I add this learning as one of the application, or one of the tab within the teams, then it will be easy for me to navigate any of the courses, navigate any of my insights, and identify where we can improve, or what time I can utilize, and make use of that one by doing some new courses. And this learning platform, it is not only from your within the organization. You can add your LinkedIn Premium, you can add any of the organization's learning platforms, like Degree or Saba Cloud, any external, like even the MS Learn, Microsoft Learn, all these things can be added within this one. This is at the high level. Now let us and dive into deep on every topic. So Viva Connections. Viva Connections is nothing but, like, as I said, Viva Connections for Teams are is your gateway to a modern employee experience. It is a rich, personalized employee experience that combines the power of your SharePoint intranet and Teams chat. and collaboration tools in one place. I'll show you that one how it is going to work. It's nothing but like 60% of the people feel disconnected from last year, like during the impact of remote working is many people enjoy that one, but mostly 60% of the people are feeling disconnected. I don't get any of the updates, I don't get any, I don't feel that I work as a team. Every day morning I see the Jira, I see my I see my planner. Some tasks were assigned, and I'm taking the task and completing it. End of the day, I'm checking in back. That's it. But doing that for a week, okay, fine. But doing that for almost 20 months, it's not going to work out, right? So connections is nothing but a portal through which you will be having more interaction. But the same question, if you ask, why can't we use the Teams itself to do the chat? Yes, I totally agree. Even within connections also, chat is, or integrating your Teams is one of the module. Along with that, there are some other things like announcements, news, and important like award ceremonies. All those things are available within the connections. And most importantly, you can curate a personalized and a branded employee destination. Okay, that's very very important thing. And the Viva Connections allows you to incorporate your organization's brand and identity directly in Teams. In addition, it uses a company curated global navigation links along with a personalized content like sites and news. And building on your existing infrastructure, it is nothing but it is leveraging connections, is leveraging your Microsoft Teams and your Microsoft SharePoint Online. This only this two tools are used to implement connections. And how exactly it is going to be, let's see that one. Let's see then and there itself. Let me share. Yeah, give me one. Okay, so as I said, you like, if you're not able to see this, see any of the apps related to the Viva here, what I would recommend is go to the admin center, go to the Teams admin center on your tenant. Yeah, so go to the Teams app and manage the app. Here you can search the apps. Viva. When I search for Viva, I could see only three things like the Viva Connection, Insight, and Learning. And since, as I told, Viva Topics is not available for a dev tenant, it is available only for the commercial tenants. So that's the reason I added only these three things, and we can add like as a global tenant admin. Once you add these three here, then only you will be able to see that one on this section. Okay, and so where we were, and Viva Connections. Viva Connections, as I said, it is built on top of your SharePoint portal. And the SharePoint portal, what are all the steps we need to follow? Create a simple, on this particular tenant I haven't, but on the other trial tenant I have created that one. What we need to do is we need to create a modern SharePoint team site and customize the site, everything. And while launching these connections from the app, we can give the URL of that SharePoint site, and their SharePoint site is having all those your announcements or like a customized web parts kind of stuff, and all those things will be rendered within your Teams. That is how it should be configured. And the next one, let's go back. The Viva Insights. The Viva Insights is nothing but like Microsoft Viva Insights helps people and business thrive with data driven insights and recommendations to improve productivity and well being. As I said, like it is not, Viva Insights is nothing but some sort of analytics or some sort of suggestions which is going to be given by your Microsoft 365 platform to you as well as to your manager. And the purpose of those things and those are different, but how it is giving based upon your usage pattern. like based upon my emailing pattern or based upon my my meetings, Microsoft or the Viva is suggesting us like the exact informations are deliver personalized and actionable insights, quantify the impact of work on people and business, address complex business challenges. I'll show you in action. This is how it is going to look like. For this one, let me go to this my tenant itself, and here, if I see there is no insight is available, but rather what I can do is I'll go here and have a look on it. Like it is insights.viva.office.com. Here I will be able to see all my activities. What is the plan for this one? And you could reserve focus time for 5 out of 10 working days. I can have, based upon my usage, this is what it is suggesting me. And distracted quite, what, how am I distracted, how am I responding? So my quiet hours are nothing but out of office hours. You can call it as out of office hours. Even on the out of office hours, there are like we have been distracted with 63% of the meetings, or 63% of my quiet times are getting occupied by meetings. And like for the last few weeks, it was increased, the usage or the working hours has been increased from 5.5 non-quiet hours, like the 5.5 quiet hours, to 10 hours a day, 10 hours a week. We are stretching ourselves, and all these things are coming under the well-being. By looking at this information, what we will do, we will reduce the working hours and we will plan accordingly how to work efficiently and how to restrict ourselves to work on the quiet hours. So those kind of things it will be. And the focus, it is, as I said, every day based upon my usage pattern or based upon my calendar, it will recommend me what time you can use for your focus. So I can set something sometime, and during that time automatically my team status will show it as a focus time for me, and do not disturb for others. And it will, like those 2 hours I will get keep on reminders, and I can set goals for that also. And if you didn't meet the goal, it will, you will get the reminders for that one. So all these things we can have it. And the network with whom I work closely, and who are all the workers, like who are all I'm collaborating with every day, how many hours, how many emails I'm sending every day. So all these things are coming on the network. And the collaboration here, like one minute. Yeah. So, out of 94 meetings you organized or attended in the last 4 weeks, here are the most common types. High attendance, yes, it is. All these things are giving more insights and about my, like how that's how I was saying that all these informations were pulled from my Microsoft 365 platform using Microsoft Graph API. So basically, Viva is a tool which comes under the roof of M365, which leverages or which uses Graph API to pull the data and use some sort of AI logic or like artificial intelligence algorithms to transfer or to convert the raw data to a meaningful insight for the betterment of the employee. So that is the exact definition of Viva. And to do that, there are 4 different modules, and we were looking at the insights now. Okay.
Sorry,
And
sorry to interrupt, Satish. 5 minutes. Yeah, thanks.
yes, Vijay. Yeah. Thanks. So the topics I said, like a topic, it's nothing but your internal Wikipedia. We can consider this topic as an internal Wikipedia. And in one of the statistics, it is saying that 7 weeks we are on an average an employee is spending in searching and recreating the existing information itself. Like when like we are obviously recreating many of the existing content. We don't know whether the other team member or whether my other colleague prepared the same slide deck or the information. So unknowingly, what I will do, I will also do the same thing, the same work after a week or after a month, right? So that is how, on an average, 7 weeks per year. It is a huge amount, right? It's almost 2 months out of 12 months we are spending it. And Viva Topics is an AI powered solution that automatically organizes content and expertise across your systems and teams into related topics such as projects, products, process, and customers. Like experts can rapidly curate and share knowledge through the simple, highly customizable web pages. Viva topics build on integrate and with the Microsoft Search. Like as I said, again, topic is nothing but it is a, someone will be creating the content and someone will be moderating that content and it will be published to all the employees within your organization. And as soon as you hover somewhere or as soon as you want to know what is an SOW, or say for example someone who's new to the middle management, he might be not aware of what is SOW. So SOW, the definition of all the SOW or SRs or CRs, all these things will be written as an internal Wikipedia. And as soon as he searches for SOW within the team's search itself, by leveraging Microsoft Search Service through the teams, the content will be searched and displayed by Microsoft Topics. That is how the relationship works. So but that's the uh, overall purpose of the topic. So the turn content into usable knowledge, organize knowledge into topic pages, make knowledge easy to discover and use. That's the purpose of this topics. Okay. And knowledge systems for your organization, like it's nothing but it can be like over a period of time, this can be considered as a complete knowledge base or the source of information for your organization, and connecting the dots between the people and the information by organizing information into accessible knowledge within the apps and services every day. And almost by doing this one, it has been expected or it has been anticipated 40 million to 127 million savings. But if a larger organization is adapting a Viva, that is also huge amount, right? Like if an employee spends 2 months out of an year, that will save almost 42 to 127 million dollars. And all these things are like, again, the Viva topics is also built on top of SharePoint, and it leverages Microsoft shares like Microsoft Search Service alone. The next and the last one is the learning. Learning is again, as I said, it's a platform or it's a module in which you will be able to see or find or search a list of courses you can recommend. Like as an employee, I can search for a course and I can do that course. As a manager, I can search for a course and I can assign. If I feel that that course is very important for my team member, I can recommend a team member. I can recommend that particular course to any of my team member to or all my team members. And in the same time, I can assign the goal. Like I can club this particular learning or club this particular course as an objective or as a goal also, right? So either I can assign or I can recommend. And as soon as again, all these things are within the teams platform only. And it is learning. It is not only the governance is not the only destination, as Vignesh said. Learning is also not a destination, it is a continuous process, right? It doesn't matter who and whatever position you are, every day we all should learn something new, or we are driving or we are thriving towards the new item, right? So considering that one, make all your learning content available in one place that will be easy to access. Even many organizations are using many platforms, like even our organization uses Saba Cloud, Degree, LinkedIn Learning, and even the plural site. The content can be from anywhere or offer almost all the learning platforms, edX, all the learning platforms, we have the access, right? But we are not sure which course I've made or which course I'm partially completed from which portal or which provider, right? So learning is a centralized place where you can organize all your courses and continue make yourself learning more. So that's how it works. And yeah, so the next session is going to be Shakir Majid Khan. Thanks a lot, guys. Considering the timeline, hope you enjoyed the session, and at least we got to know some of the